As many as 200,000 Americans suffer an ACL injury each year. Despite ACL injuries being one of the most researched injuries in the sports medicine literature, more than 3 in 10 athletes don't return to their previous level of sport. And of the athletes who do return, about 1 in 5 suffer a second ACL injury.
One of the biggest contributors to these poor outcomes is inadequate rehabilitation. We know that athletes who achieve key testing milestones reduce their risk of re-injury. Yet as many as 86% of athletes who've been cleared to return to sport fail to meet these milestones.
One of the reasons for these failures is that insurance typically only pays for a patient to return to normal ADL function. But patients who want to return to sport are still months away from being physically and mentally ready to do so, usually taking at least 9 months after surgery.
We've coined the term Rehab of Purgatory for this time period between PT discharge and clearance for return to sport. To keep progressing during this stage, athletes often have to pay for physical therapy or personal training out of pocket, which can cost thousands of dollars. If that isn't financially possible, athletes are simply sent off with a home exercise program that fails to progress over time. At this point, many athletes just let their rehab lapse, often with devastating outcomes.
Even when money isn't a barrier for the athlete, not every physical therapist or personal trainer has the relevant experience to guide athletes through an entire return to sport program. Oftentimes, these practitioners focus exclusively on strength development. While strength is very important, it's only one piece of the puzzle that should also include speed, balance, agility, quickness, and power training, each introduced and progressed at precise time frames over the course of the program.
This is where our product comes in. ACL Care Pro is a one-of-a-kind comprehensive 3-month training program designed to maximize ACL recovery and minimize risk of re-injury. The program is adaptable to athletes of all levels and recovery rates and requires minimal equipment. It's mobile-friendly, so athletes can follow along on their smartphones, and data captured helps aid medical decision-making regarding return to sport.
The team here at ACL Care Pro is a multidisciplinary group of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and researchers. Through our collective experience, we've returned hundreds of clients with ACL injuries back to sport. We've taken the best parts of the in-person experience and re-envisioned it in mobile form. And best of all, our app is available for a fraction of the cost of late-stage in-person rehab. With ACL Care Pro, our goal is to elevate the standard of recovery from ACL injury. Join us on this mission today.